Welcome to the deep dive. This week we're really jumping into maybe the biggest rivalry in the NFL right now.
Definitely feels like it.
We're talking about that huge Week 9 game, Kansas City Chiefs heading to Buffalo to face the Bills.
Yeah, it's got that, AFC Championship preview feel written all over it. That's what our sources are saying, and honestly, it's hard to argue.
Right, you've got the Chiefs sitting at 5-3 going into Highmark Stadium against the 5-2 Bills.
Exactly. So our goal here, for you listening, is to really cut through all the hype, pull out the key info, how they've looked lately, who's banged up, and importantly, what the betting experts are thinking.
Give you everything you need for Sunday.
Pretty much. Make you the smartest person watching the game.
And, you can't talk about Chiefs-Bills without mentioning the history here. It's not just a flash in the pan.
No, not at all. Their last 10 games.
Yeah.
Split right down the middle, 5 wins each.
That tells you something, doesn't it? That perfect balance. It means every single time they play, it feels like, well, anything can happen. Home field matters. One injury matters.
It's the perfect setup, really. That 5-5 record is our baseline. So the big question now is, okay, who's coming into this game hotter? And what are their weaknesses right now?
Okay, let's unpack that. Starting with the Chiefs, their Week 8 game against Washington. They won pretty easily, 28-7. Covered the spread. It was 10 points. But reading through the analysis, it wasn't just about the score.
Right. The result looked good, sure. Dominant even. But dig a little deeper. And there were some, let's say, sloppy moments.
Yeah.
Things that make you pause when you think about them facing a defense like Buffalo's. Mahomes, okay, solid numbers, mostly 25 for 34, almost 300 yards, 3 scores.
Yeah.
But he also threw 2 interceptions. Now, against the Commanders, okay, you get away with it. Against the Bills, those are potential game changers.
Oh.
Big swings.
Points off the board or worse, points for Buffalo. So maybe a get-right game with a couple of asterisks.
Something like that. And the other big thing from that game, which suddenly feels really important now, was Kareem Hunt.
Oh, yeah, he got in the end zone twice, right? Rushing and receiving.
Exactly. And his role, well, we'll get to why that's suddenly front and center when we talk injuries. But first, Buffalo.
Okay, the Bills. Their Week 8 game against Carolina wasn't sloppy at all, was it?
Not even close. Total domination,
Yeah.
40-9. They were road favorites by 7.5 and just blew past that.
And it was such a beatdown, they actually rested Josh Allen early. That's a nice little bonus heading into a huge rivalry game, isn't it?
Huge. Less wear and tear. But even before he sat, Allen was doing Allen things. Efficient passing, 163 yards at TD, no picks. Plus, he ran for 2 touchdowns himself. Just total command.
Clean game. Controlled.
But here's the thing. If you're the Chiefs defensive coordinator, Steve Spagnuolo, watching that film, it's not just Allen you're worried about.
No.
No, it's the running game. James Cook had an absolutely monster day.
I saw the numbers. They were pretty eye-popping.
Right, 216 yards on only 19 carries.
Yeah.
And 2 touchdowns. Just, wow.
216 on 19 touches. That's not just good. That's, historically dominant. Why is that specific point being stressed so much in the analysis?
Because it shows Buffalo isn't just the Josh Allen air show anymore.
Yeah.
Especially if the weather turns bad or if teams, like KC often does, focus on taking away the deep shots. If Cook can run like that, control the ball, control the clock, it changes how Kansas City has to defend them. Historically, KC's defense, while great at pass rush, can sometimes struggle against difficult running teams that sustain blocks.
And Cook having that kind of day suggests the Bills' O-line is really clicking.
Exactly. Clicking at the perfect time. You don't get those numbers without the guys up front doing serious work.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. A dominant run game usually means a healthy, cohesive line, which brings us neatly to the injury report.
Yeah, and this is where the contrast is really stark. While Buffalo seems to be getting healthy, the Chiefs are dealing with some major issues, especially, like you said, where they need that physical presence.
So what's the big news for KC?
The biggest one. Running back, Isaiah Pacheco. He's officially OUT, sprained MCL.
Ah, okay. So that Kareem Hunt performance last week wasn't just a nice story.
Nope. It was basically his tryout for the lead role this week. He's the guy now, the bell cow.
But it's not just Pacheco, is it? The offensive line sounds like it's banged up, too.
Yeah, that's the other major concern. Protecting Mahomes against this Bills front is always key, right? Well, Josh Simmons is OUT for personal reasons.
Okay.
And then you've got 2 more listed as questionable. Jalen Moore with an illness and Trey Smith dealing with a back issue.
Trey Smith, isn't he a starting guard? A key guy inside?
He is a very important piece. If he can't go, or even if he's limited, that impacts both run blocking for Hunt and keeping that interior pocket clean for Mahomes against guys like Ed Oliver. That's a problem.
So, wow. You've got one team whose running back just went off for 200 yards behind a seemingly healthy line. And the other team loses their main back and has question marks all over their O-line. How are the Bills looking injury-wise? Are they completely clean?
Not completely clean, but definitely trending in the right direction. They do have some key guys, OU to Dequan Jones on the D-line, Josh Palmer at receiver, Shaq Thompson at linebacker, and their top corner, Teron Johnson, is questionable with a groin issue.
Okay, so still some names there.
Yes, but the overall takeaway from the analysts is pretty clear, and I quote, "The Bills look the healthiest they have been in a while. Their main guys, their core defensive stars, they're good to go."
That difference in health, Bills trending up, Chiefs dealing with key absences, that really frames the whole strategic picture, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. It sets the stage for how these coaches are likely game planning.
Okay, so let's translate that strategy talk into numbers. The betting market. What are the odds telling us?
Well, the folks setting the lines at BetMGM see this basically as a coin flip, maybe tilted slightly towards KC, probably because of Mahomes.
Okay.
Money line. Chiefs are the slight favorites, -130. The Bills are the underdog at home, +110.
Plus money at home. Interesting. And the spread.
Razor thin, as you'd expect. Chiefs are -2, Bills +2. Both sides at the standard -110 juice basically says, we think this game is decided by a point or two.
Field goal game, essentially.
Pretty much. And then there's the over-under, the total points. That's set at 52.5.
52.5. Okay, that feels high, but maybe not surprising with these offenses.
Well, that's the number that really jumped out to the expert analysts we looked at. It plays a big part in their prediction.
All right, let's hear it then. We've got all this context, the rivalry, the injuries, the recent form. What's the predicted score?
The final prediction is actually Bills 24, Chiefs 21.
Wow, okay. So Bills win, but 45 total points. That feels low for a Mahomes-Allen shootout, doesn't it? Why so conservative on the scoring?
Yeah, it does seem low on the surface, but the thinking connects directly back to the rivalry, the injuries, and the coaching matchup.
Okay.
So the money line pick, logically, is Bills +110.
Taking the home dog.
Exactly. The reasoning is kind of threefold. One, simple enough. You favor the home team in a game this tight. Two, and this is crucial, there's real confidence in Sean McDermott's game planning.
Oh, so?
McDermott has a history of scheming to take away the opponent's one biggest threat. The analysis suggests he'll focus heavily on bracketing Rashee Rice, maybe doubling him, really trying to force Mahomes to rely on other guys consistently.
Especially with a potentially shaky O-line in front of him.
Precisely. Take away the primary deep option, add pressure. It forces Mahomes into maybe a more methodical, less explosive game than he wants.
Okay, that makes tactical sense. And the third reason for Bills ML?
Just the value. Getting plus money, +110, on a team that's at home, seemingly healthier, and has clear momentum. It's an attractive proposition.
All right, now, the total. Taking the under, 52.5, natural 110. You said this felt counterintuitive. Explain the logic there.
It feels weird, right? Mahomes and Allen, under. But it's based on data and strategy.
Yeah.
First, look at recent trends.
Okay.
Chiefs have gone under in their last 3 games. Bills has gone under in 2 of their last 3. So defenses might be playing better than the reputation suggests right now.
Oh, interesting.
But the bigger point the analysts made, that 52.5 total, it's the highest over-under line set in the last 5 games between these two teams.
Really? Higher than previous years?
Yeah. It suggests the odds makers might be pricing in the reputation of the QBs in the past shootouts a bit too much, rather than the current defensive strengths and maybe the Chiefs' offensive line issues. The history and recent trends suggest a tighter game.
So the market might be remembering the crazy playoff games, but the analysts see this specific matchup with these specific injuries playing out differently.
That's the read, basically. They think 52.5 is just a bit too high for this particular context.
Fascinating. Okay, you mentioned specific prop bets tied to injuries. Who benefits from Pacheco being out?
Yeah, this one connects directly. The recommendation is Chiefs running back Brashard Smith over 19.5 receiving yards, none of 118.
Brashard Smith, not Kareem Hunt. Why Smith's receiving yards?
Because Smith isn't just a runner, he's a combo back. Actually, a former wide receiver. He's got really good hands.
Oh, okay.
With Pacheco, their main grinder, out, the Chiefs need that reliable check down option, especially on third downs, right? When you expect Buffalo to bring pressure against that iffy O-line.
Gotcha. So Hunt handles the main carries, maybe goal line, but Smith is the guy Mahomes looks for when the pocket collapses or he needs a quick outlet.
That's the thinking. He'll likely be on the field in those obvious passing situations. When Mahomes is scrambling or needs that safety valve, Smith is the likely target. And 19.5 yards. For a guy with good hands in that role, it feels very achievable.
Yeah, that line seems pretty low for a primary receiving back role. Smart connection there.
It's a nice way to play the injury news directly.
Okay, so let's pull it all together. We're zooming out. You've got this incredibly tight rivalry, 5-5 over the last 10. You have the Bills looking healthy, confident, coming off that massive James Cook game.
Right. Momentum on their side.
And then you have the Chiefs dealing with a significant injury to their lead running back, question marks on the offensive line, really leaning on Patrick Mahomes to, well, be Patrick Mahomes.
To overcome those issues, yeah.
Yeah.
It really paints a picture of a potentially close, maybe more defensive struggle than people expect.
The core conflict seems to be, can Buffalo's health, momentum, and home field overcome Kansas City's experience and, the Mahomes magic factor?
That's the heart of it. Buffalo looks better on paper right now, arguably, but betting against Mahomes, especially as only a 2-point underdog, is always tough.
So as a final thought for you listening, something to chew on while you watch the game. Think about that betting total again.
Yeah, that discrepancy is interesting.
The expert prediction is 45 total points, right? Bills 24, Chiefs 21. But the official line is way up at 52.5, the highest it's been for this matchup recently.
So ask yourself, what does that 7.5-point gap really tell us? Is it just the market banking on the star power of Allen Mahomes remembering those epic playoff duels?
Or is the analyst right? Does it suggest a fundamental shift in how this rivalry might play out this year, given the Bills' defense, McDermott's scheming, and the Chiefs' specific injury problems on offense?
Which narrative wins out? The reputation or the current reality? That underlying tension, that tactical battle.
Yeah.
That's what makes this matchup so compelling. Keep an eye on that pace and style of play early on Sunday.